Hey guys, today we tie little trout streamers. I'll just kind of make a series about trout streamers, and this will be just the first streamer because I fished it recently and it worked quite nice. I tie it in a dark color. I would prefer black, but as my Zonkers just are empty and black, I'll do the Zonker strip in dark olive. Which doesn't matter really because in the water it gets even darker anyway and just nearly looks black. So my absolute favorite hook for tying trout streamers is the Predator, the universal Predator hook in size 4. It's a really thin hook, wide gap, but really strong, so it won't bend open and you can really stack some deer hair in front of it. I did that a little bit on Tunker hooks as well, but they just when you stack the deer hair, they just bend to the side. So now I'm using the Partridge hooks and I'm really happy with them. So especially due to the big gap. I thought about the size 2 as well, but that's a little bit too big in my opinion for trout, but I use it for bass. But as we tie a trout streamer now, this is a size 4. So it's a really simple fly, quick pattern. So you just take our Zonker strip and measure it, and I have them pre-cut, but yeah, you want around the same length of the tail as the shank. And you go all the way back with your thread till the hook point, and you just put your Zonker down and give it 2 loose reps and then pull it tight. And that's nearly all you have to do with the Zonker. And just do 1, 2, 3 reps in front and back again just to lock it in place, and this will be tight now, especially because we put a little bit of super glue onto the underside when we do the body of the fly, and this definitely catches fish. For the body I'm using the Spectra dropping of fly of future fly. With dark colors I like to have it like a little bit lighter and a lot of flesh on underneath, so you don't see much of it, only on the belly side, and but it is acting like a bigger bite point to the fly, and I like that. And as I could find out the other days, the fish do as well. So you just tie that in. Just if you got too much, remove it again. But you can use quite a bit of it, as it's supposed to form the body of the fish. That looks good. You don't have to brush it out really, it's just so you get some shiny bit to the fly. And then we fold the Zonker all the way to the front and then tie it in. I just put a little bit of super glue underneath, so it's locked in place. You could also use some wire and rip the fly, but for little bait fish patterns I don't like that. I would do it on nymphs, but I don't think that there's a reason that you need a ripping for a bait fish pattern. Just cut the excess, tie it down. To the thread I'm using here, I'm using quite a strong thread. It's a GSP thread. I think this is even a 200. I would choose a 100 denier thread here, but because I only had the 200, I'm tying it with the 200 denier thread now. But 100 is strong enough, but you want to have a strong thread if you tie in deer hair, and that's what we're using for the head of the streamer. So just put it on top, loose reps, and then just flare around the hook like that. Do the same thing again. Always make sure you remove the under fur of the deer hair so you can stack it better. as long as you can get the thread in front of it, you can't really use too much deer hair. What happens if you use too much and then pull the thread tight is that you just cut it. So as long as you get behind the hook eye, and this is not really a problem here with the bead, you can just tie plenty of deer hair in. As more deer hair you stack, as denser the head. So what I always do first, I turn the fly on the belly side and kind of cut the belly away so I have a free hook gap. With a cone you can just put the blade on the cone and just go from the cone into the material. I used this one here now already on quite a few of flies, so it's not super sharp anymore. But yeah, you can, as I said, use the cone as kind of supporting layer for the blade, and then you can just get it in a really good position and get the head really nice in the shape, or in a shape which really works together with the cone well. This blade is nearly gone now. Oh, this edge is good. So I'm just removing the edges here I cut in by just starting from the cone and then going up, so just increase the head a bit and just rip off the hairs I don't like here, like that, just to get it a bit shorter. If there's anything that annoys me, you can easily break them. And then you get a really nice little trout streamer, which has kind of a little bit of movement in the water because of the thick and bulky deer head and a nice playing tail, which is not too long to get tailed in the hook. Enjoy tying.